Dr. Foss, the administration is claiming that rising gas prices are all the fault of Putin's invasion of Ukraine. But gasoline prices have been rising well before that invasion. The president doesn't want to take any responsibility. Instead, he claims it is simply not true that my administration or policies are holding back domestic energy production. So here's a chart here. I want to get that into the shot with the camera if we could. We want to make sure that the witnesses can see it as well. So looking at the average weekly prices for Biden's, from the point of Biden's inauguration, which was here, at the time, we talked about $2.48 a gallon. Biden's inflation accounts for about $1.14 of that. Putin's invasion of Ukraine adds 58 cents to that. So has the Biden administration's energy policy affected current and future oil and gas production here in the United States?
We've already talked about leasing. Colette did a really wonderful job on that. Let's talk about how perception is reality. This is my really big concern. And when you're deep in the oil and gas patch, this is what you hear about the most. You don't take a lease, you can't execute on the lease unless you have capital available to you. There are threats against capital for the industry that are just simply not constructive. It's not necessary. It's really silly in many respects. The idea is to starve the industry of capital, to keep it from operating, to force us off of oil and gas before we can viably move forward with other things. Investors see that, financial markets see that, regulators see that. A lot of this is coming from nominees who are being proposed for key regulatory positions in financial markets. That gets out there. It creates uncertainty. Companies can deal with risk. You can quantify risk. Uncertainty is open-ended. That's very tough to deal with. Whether your government is with you or against you, that's a big amount of uncertainty that affects decisions. What am I going to invest in? What kind of project and when, over what time frame, and other things. So those are my biggest concerns. It's the things that are in the background that are contributing to gasoline prices today, because this is going on for a while. For over a year, we have been seeing these pressures build in financial markets. We've been hearing this discussion. It's been coming at the industry from all directions, and that takes its toll eventually, and you have to add that into the mix.